Hey there people, it's your favorite ho WeedleTwineedle here, bringing you guys a Christmas theme team video. But didn't you do one of these last year, Weedle?
Very good, Daddy.
I did, but it was a singles format battle, but this is a doubles Christmas theme team video, okay?
Can you just stop copying Pimp Night? Pimp Night invented the holiday theme teams. He actually invented the word theme. Your content will never be as good as Pimp Night.
Okay, look.
Listen to me.
Here's a comment of someone saying they can't go back to Pimp Night's content after watching my content. Anyways, this first battle, even though we're on the free battle spot ladder, my opponent has freaking Lele, Mega Metagross, Zapdos, and Incineroar. So he's on the hunt. His name is Hunter, and he's on the hunt to get some free W's. But we're gonna combat this with a pretty basic bit strat ourselves. We have Mega Sceptile and Xurkitree, Starmie, and Chandelure. But Chandelure isn't a Christmas Pokemon. Yeah, despite the fact people compare me to Hitler, I love my Jew fans and I love Hanukkah, so I gotta give a shout outs to Hanukkah as well. So let's just get into this battle against Hunter. And he's on the hunt to get this W with this legit shiny Tapu Lele and Metagross. So overall, a pretty scary lead. I combat this with my Scarf Xurkitree and my Mega Sceptile. So you guys already know, everyone who's watching already knows what's about to happen. If you don't, you probably are really new to battling because, well, what I'm about to do is pretty basic bitch and takes like no skill to use, but we're gonna do it anyways because Xurkitree and Mega Sceptile are both trees kinda, so they're Christmas themed, right? I think so, something like that. So my opponent's gonna Mega Evolve here with this Mega Metagross as well, and it's showing that he is the Mega Metagross, not trying to handicap himself by using regular Metagross. Nope, Mega Metagross of course with the shiny Tapu Lele, and I'm gonna go for the Scarf Discharge. Thank God that Lele does not run Choice Scarf as well. We're gonna get the Lightning Rod boost, go for the Discharge, fish for some pair chances against my opponent, as you do get a pair chance against Tapu Lele, and through some Christmas miracle we get a Paralyze against Mega Metagross as well, as here I go for the substitute fishing for a pair chance, and I'm like, perfect, if one of these Pokemon can get paralyzed here, that'd be great, but the Metagross does not get paralyzed, goes for Ice Punch, as it's going to break my substitute, but that's fine because we're able to absorb the hit and not get O-Code. As long as Tapu Lele does not target into my Sceptile, I should be good, as my opponent chooses to go for Psychic into the Xurkitree, and that's going to one-shot me. Even though he crit me, that probably didn't matter because Tapu Lele is fair and balanced, but that crit probably killed me 5 times overboard, so yeah, Tapu Lele is balanced. I'm gonna bring in my Chandelure here, and Chandelure does threaten out both these Pokemon since they're paralyzed, so this is pretty good for me. I'm actually gonna make a really weird play, but trust me, it works out. Okay, this play works out. This is the Christmas magic coming through. So I go for Ally Switch, predicting the Mega Metagross to not get paralyzed. As he doesn't get paralyzed, he goes for the Ice Punch into the Sceptile slot, but thanks to the wind button, we're able to dodge it. Then Tapu Lele gets paralyzed. That's exactly what I was fishing for. So now I get a free sub off with my Mega Sceptile, and now I can just go for the Giga Drain into Tapu Lele, and that's going to knock out the Tapu Lele. I was also expecting a double target into the Mega Sceptile slot with Moonblast and Ice Punch, so I'm like, hey, this play can't go too wrong, right? Worst case scenario, this is my Chandelure. So we're able to kill Lele, and now I can go for a Shadow Ball, and that's going to knock out the Mega Metagross from that range. So we're actually able to take down the broken Mono Psychic core in Tapu Lele and Mega Metagross, so that is really good for us. That core is so oppressive and strong. But now my opponent's going to bring out his Zapdos, and he's going to bring out the Furry Wrestler, the Incineroar. It doesn't matter where you go in the doubles format, you cannot escape Incineroar. You'll never escape Incineroar, guys. He'll be in every thumbnail, guys. There's no escaping him, okay? And this is like an OU battle, then it'll be Landerstein every thumbnail. But that's besides the point. We're gonna go for the Focus Blast here. Through a Christmas miracle, able to connect the Focus Blast against Incineroar. And this is going to not one-shot Incineroar because he's probably Assault Vested, but maybe I'm underestimating just how bulky Incineroar is. I'm gonna go for the Psych Up here into my Sceptile to get that Lightning Rod boost. And the funny thing is my opponent's forced to go for Heat Wave to break my substitute, because if he goes for Thunderbolt, well, I'm gonna absorb it. And if he wants to Thunderbolt my Chandelure as well, he can't because I have Mega Sceptile on the field. So I'm able to Psych Up the +1 special attack and get Flash Fire. So my opponent goes for a knockoff into the Mega Sceptile, thinking it's a bigger threat because he has Incineroar versus Chandelure. He doesn't see, Chandelure as a threat, but now Chandelure is a really big threat. I'm gonna go for the Dragon Pulse into Zapdos just because I need to chip it down a little bit because Zapdos is very bulky with the Psychic Seed. And now I can just go for the Heat Wave with the Flash Fire boost and the +1 special attack and knock out both Zapdos and Incineroar. So down goes Incineroar, down goes Zapdos, and we're able to defeat my opponent with my brainless Lightning Rod Sceptile Xurkitree combination, and Christmas Magic giving us those nice paralyzed chances. You gotta love Christmas Magic being on our side. But yeah, question of the day, whose strat was more brainless, my Xurkitree Mega Sceptile combo or the Lele Mega Metagross combo? But I'm not using the Xurkitree Sceptile combo for the remainder of the video, so let's move on to some more strategies that actually take a brain to pull off, shall we? Okay, my next opponent today, Fi, has a very scary rain team. Like, for fuck's sake, stakes, guys. I'm on the free battle spot ladder. Why am I facing stacked as actual competitive teams? I'm trying to snipe uber noobs. Like, let me have my fun. Yeah, my opponent has a rain team, and this time around, I'm actually bringing Delibird because it can't be a Christmas theme team video without Delibird. And I have Sawsbuck. And just an FYI, for like later on in the video, I do have an Abomasnow later on in the video, and I'm using like 10 different Pokemon in this video. However, there wasn't an Abomasnow on this team at the time. I was still using my Mega Sceptile strat, so I didn't have Mega Abomasnow on this team to get rid of Rain. So that is why there's no Abomasnow in this game for later on in the video. When you see an Abomasnow and are wondering why I didn't bring it in this battle, that is why. So I figure I clarify that now, so people don't tell me in the comment section, why didn't you bring Abomasnow versus the Rain team? But yeah, this is my team. We're leading off with Deliphi and my Sawsbuck. I'm going to go for Fake Out into Polito because I was kind of afraid of it for some reason. Then my opponent goes for Ice Beam into my Sawsbuck, which is really good because we're going to be able to activate our weakness policy. Yeah, we activate our weakness policy, but we get frozen. But through Chris's magic, we thaw out, and we go for the agility. So I'm actually a baton pass Sawsbuck, and I actually have Fake Out and Ice Shot on my Delibird, so I can guarantee the weakness policy, get the agility off the baton pass out. But in this situation, I'm going to go for the Horn Leech and the Politoed because I want to knock him out. So we're able to knock out Politoed turn 2, which is really good for us. And we're going to get enough health back to hopefully live in the Ice Beam. It might be a roll. I'm not too sure, but down goes the Politoed. And my opponent does go for Ice Beam again. I thought he might want to go for a Water move or something there, but he just goes for Ice Beam. We're able to live at 10 HP thanks to Horn Leech. And now we get to go for the Freeze Dry into the Kingdra and one-shot Kingdra. So my Delibird actually has 4 egg moves. It literally has 4 egg moves for its move pool. It has Ice Shard, Freeze Dry, Destiny Bond, and Fake Out. So that's my Delibird's moveset. It literally has 4 egg moves, so it took me so long to breed this, but hey, we got it. We got this Christmas theme team on deck. So in comes Delibird, or rather Metagross and Amoonguss. And Delibird's kind of useless in the situation it's in. And same thing with Sawsbuck, so yeah, I pretty much forced to just let these mons die or try to do something here. So I go for the Baton Pass because, like I said, Sawsbuck's kind of useless in the situation. So I'm going to Baton Pass out. Since the rain is up, I decided to bring in my Starmie here as opposed to my Scarf Circuitry because, well, Scarf Circuitry isn't too useful against Amoonguss, and, you know, Starmie at +2 is pretty threatening, in my opinion, in the rain. I'm going to go for Freeze Shot against the Amoonguss. We do a nice chunk. It's not too much damage, but we do enough damage, right? My opponent decides to go for Giga Drain into Sawsbuck, so I'm like, bro, why would you even do that? Like, it doesn't even make sense to me, but hey, my Starmie lives at 2 HP. Through Christmas magic, we're going to eat our Guavberry and get all of our health. That Christmas magic really comes through in this video, guys. So now I'm gonna go for the Spotlight, a move you guys have probably never seen in VGC outside of maybe Clefairy using it. I'm gonna Spotlight my own Pokemon. My opponent's gonna go for Thunder Punch into my Delibird, so we're able to live things through our Focus Sash, which is exactly what I wanted. I thought he would go for like Zen Headbutt there, Iron Head, but that's fine. I'm gonna go for the Destiny Bond, and as long as my opponent doesn't click Spore here, he's going to be forced a target into my Delibird, go for the Giga Drain, and knock out my Delibird. But since we click Destiny Bond, this Amoonguss is also going to go down. So down goes my Delibird, but the Amoonguss will also go down as well. And since I didn't have Abomasnow in this game, I had Xurkitree. I didn't have the greatest way of taking out the Amoonguss. So that was like the best way I had to really get rid of Xurkitree, or the Amoonguss. So now I'm going to bring in Xurkitree, and since my Starmie's at +2, we're able to outspeed Scarf Xurkitree, go for Scald at +2 in the rain, and knock out the Mega Metagross. So we're able to knock out Mega Metagross, and we're able to defeat my second opponent thanks to the Baton Passing Sawsbuck and Delibird. Delibird killing both the Amoonguss and the Kingdra was amazing. I didn't expect Delibird to do that much work, but that was the end of that battle. Let's move on to the next battle. Okay, my third opponent today actually has a pretty gimmicky team. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna originally post this battle because it's not the most competitive, but this battle, guys, is actually so funny, the shit that happens in this battle, so I decided to post it anyways, as I brought my own Mega Abomasnow. My opponent also has a Mega Abomasnow, so I was expecting my opponent to lead off with Slowking and Mega Abomasnow for some Trick Room stuff, because that's what I was expecting, right? But my opponent does some different shit I was not anticipating, so let's just get into this battle. So my opponent is up with the Incineroar and the Slowking. Slowking's low-key a Christmas Pokemon because it has like a candy cane on its neck, a candy cane scarf on its neck, so it's low-key a Christmas Pokemon. So he's gonna intimidate my Delibird and my Sawsbuck, which kind of stinks because my Sawsbuck is a physical attacker, but it's not too big of a deal because, well, I'm trying to Baton Pass special boosts anyway. So my opponent goes for his Z move here, and he goes before Fake Out, so I'm like, wait a minute. My opponent's about to Z-Snatch, isn't he? So he does get the increased speed, which has to be from Z-Snatch. My opponent goes for the Z-Snatch, which, like, wait a minute. My opponent is trying to snatch something from his Slowking. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. So I go for Fake Out into the Incineroar, but since Snatch goes for Fake Out, doesn't matter. He's going to snatch away my agility, which looks good for him, but that's going to look bad in just a second, because then the Slowking goes for a Belly Drum, and you hate to see that, man. You hate to see that. So my opponent was probably so pissed off after that happened, because, well, I denied his Incineroar from snatching a Belly Drum with my own agility, and I wasn't even predicting that. That just happened. That just happened. I don't know, man. So here I'm going to Ice Shard to activate my weakness policy, and now he's gonna go for the Power Trip into my Delibird, not even my Sawsbuck, my Delibird. So he's like, I hate Christmas, this Delibird needs to die. So I go for the agility again because I need to increase my speed to outspeed a +4 Incineroar. So this is my only play. Then my opponent goes for a Scald. He doesn't even have like Aqua Tail or Waterfall. He has Scald on his Slowking, even though he has Belly Drum. So I guess he wasn't expecting him to ever like click Belly Drum himself with the Slowking, but that's the thing with Snatch. You can only snatch one move per turn, so it's like high risk, high reward, you know what I mean? So my opponent goes for the Ally Switch here, so my opponent knows about Ally Switch as well, which is kind of scary. I'm going to go for the Baton Pass here with my Sawsbuck, and I'm like, he can just Power Trip my Starmie to death, but you want to know what? If he Power Trips my Starmie to death, I can bring in my Mega Abomasnow for free, and that'll be good for me. But I'm assuming he's going to target the Abomasnow slot because, well, or the Sawsbuck slot because I had stat boost, right? So he does go for the Drain Punch, not the Fire move. He goes for Drain Punch of all things. I'm like, damn. Whoa, okay, that Slowking's eyes scared the crap out of me. I wasn't expecting that to pop up. Oh my gosh, I'm so out of it. It's actually like 11:30 right now on Christmas Eve. Why am I narrating at 11:30 on Christmas Eve? I should be sleeping. What is wrong with me? I'm gonna be editing this video overnight too. I might not even edit this video actually, because I should probably focus on like sleep and mental health over editing a video, and then people are gonna be like, hey, please edit it, unsubscribe. So
yes.
I'll probably edit the video anyway. So down goes Incineroar to Scald, because I psyched up the Abomasnow. Now I forget to Mega Evolve here with my Abomasnow. I kind of just click my moves too fast there. And then my opponent goes for Scald, because he's not freaking physical Slowking with Belly Drum. He's special. He has Scald over anything. And then from some magical Christmas miracle, we do not get burned by Scald. So I didn't think that was possible, but here we are, not getting burned by Scald. And then my opponent's going to bring in its own Abomasnow. We both have Abomasnow, and I just think that's really funny. I'm going to Mega Evolve here with my Abomasnow, and I'm like, are you Mega Abomasnow too? I'm assuming you are because you have a Slowking on your team, and there's nothing else like a Mega Evolve from what I saw, but he's also going to Mega Evolve here with his Mega Abomasnow, so it's a Mega Abomasnow mirror match, which is pretty funny. So he's going to Mega Evolve with his Abomasnow as well. However, my Abomasnow is at +2 speed and +2 special attack, so I'm going to go for the Reflect type here just because I wanted to show that I had this move for Incineroars, but since we took out Incineroar already, I couldn't really use it versus Incineroar, because that's why I had Reflect type on my Starmie before, because, you know, it turns out that Christmas teams don't have the best, you know, counterplay to Incineroar, and since Incineroar is in every double battle, I felt like Reflect type Starmie was a must, but then, you know, we just destroy Incineroar with, you know, +2 Scald because it ended up being Z-Snatch and some bullshit like that. So I'm not complaining. The Incineroar is, you know, knocked out, and then he tries to Giga Drain my Starmie, but thanks to the Reflect type, we're able to resist that Giga Drain, and now I can go for a +2 Scald into the Lycanroc slot, as he's going to live with his Focus Sash, but because we have Hail up, he's going to get knocked out by the Hail if we don't even burn him, and we don't even burn him, but we just go for Blizzard anyway, which will knock out the Lycanroc and the Abomasnow, and that's going to be the end of the battle. Like I said, this battle wasn't the most competitive, and I wasn't going to post it originally, but I decided to post it just because it was really like funny, and this is like a Christmas video, so I felt like it didn't have to be too serious. So hopefully you guys enjoy this gimmicky kind of battle. I got to showcase my Sawsbuck and Delibird strat again. But let's move on to the next battle, which is much more competitive. Oh my god, we're facing Logan Paul. Yes, that's what any other Poketube would put in the title, and then they'd be like, bro, it's not clickbait, I'm facing Logan Paul, okay? But yeah, I'm not that shameful to do that to you guys. But let me know in the comments down below which Poketuber you think would do that to the title. Just let me know. I'm actually kind of curious. I can think of like 10 of them, but I'm not trying to throw shade or anything. So not in a Christmas video. So today we're facing Logan Paul, who has a Terracotta team, and this time I'm bringing Stantler and Milotic. And then people are going to be like, but Milotic's not Christmas themed. It's not Christmas themed at all. But look, it's red and it's pretty, and if you do enough mental gymnastics, anything can be a Christmas themed team Pokemon. So I lead off my Milotic and my Stantler. The main reason why I'm using Milotic is because people have been begging me to use this strategy for like forever, and I felt like now was the best time to do so because the strategy revolves around using Stantler and Milotic, and so I'm like, I'm just going to use it, get it out of the way so people stop asking me to use this strategy. No one's asking me to do so in like months, but still, going to do so now and just get it out of the way. So turn 1, I realized that Terracotta is going to cheese all over me unless I do something to the Whimsicott turn 1, because if Whimsicott gets off Tailwind and then the beat up, I just auto lose. Like, I've lost to Terracotta one too many times for this to work against me, okay? So my opponent's going to protect with this Terrakion because he was intimidated, so no reason to let the Milotic scald him, as he is going to go for the Tailwind with his Whimsicott like anticipated. So literally exactly how I planned it. So now I'm going to go for the Z move here, the flying Z move. This is a throwback to my previous Christmas video, which was like over a year ago exactly, just when you're watching this video. So we're gonna go for the Supersonic Sky Strike with my Stantler, and Supersonic Sky Strike will do a lot of damage to the Whimsicott. It's funny because it's a flying reindeer like Christmas, get it? That's why it has Supersonic Sky Strike. So Supersonic Sky Strike's gonna bring him down to his Focus Sash, which is perfect for me because now he'll be knocked out by the hail. So that is the only reason why I decided to pivot into my Abomasnow there, so I can set up the hail to break the Whimsicott's Focus Sash and kill it, so it's unable to beat up the Terrakion and give it a bunch of attack boosts. So I'll take that, man. I'll definitely take that, so we don't automatically lose to Terrakion, which is really nice. But he's gonna bring in Charizard now, and Charizard kind of eats my asshole with fire moves, so I have to bring in my Chandelure here. And I'm like, Zard Y? I'm expecting to be Zard Y because like no one uses Zardex in VGC, and it is Zard Y, which is, you know, not too surprising. So he's gonna Mega Evolve into Charizard Y, which he will set up the Drought, that means, which is pretty annoying because that means his fire moves are really, really powerful, and he can just Solar Beam on my Milotic to death, so I pretty much have no counters to it. However, I expected him to Mega Evolve with his Charizard, so I can Mega Evolve with my Abomasnow, and because I Mega Evolved after he did, that means that my Snow Warning will nullify his Drought. So we just set up Sun to get rid of Hail, but then I get rid of Hail. I get rid of Sun with my own Hail, so that's really good for me. I'm gonna go for Protector so I don't get melted alive by Heat Wave and Rock Slide, so that's the thing. My opponent is going to, you know, Rock Slide into my Protect. But we're able to dodge it because of Christmas Magic, and now he's going to Heat Wave, but we're able to guard it thanks to Protect, and absorb it thanks to Flash Fire. So Chandelure actually takes no damage that turn somehow. Don't ask me how, just Christmas Magic. So good job, Chandelure, dodging those attacks left and right. And unfortunately, Terrakion still outspeeds my Chandelure, and I don't want to die to a Rock Slide or get flinched or anything like that. So my opponent's going to switch out of his Charizard, probably to reset the weather, which makes a lot of sense. He's going to bring out his Oranguru, which I didn't expect him to have. I expected him to bring his Venusaur, which he had in his team, but he didn't even bring it. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. I'm going to bring in my Stantler here to intimidate my opponent's Terrakion, which is very nice for us. But I'm actually going to pull a double switch here because I don't want Abomasnow even risking the chance of getting hit by a Heat Wave. So I'm going to bring in my Milotic here because worst case scenario, he stays in and goes for Heat Wave and Rock Slide again. So he is going to go for Rock Slide, miss the Stantler because Christmas Magic is allowing us to dodge every attack. And Christmas Magic is equivalent to having 2 Bright Powders equipped apparently, so that's pretty cool. Terrakion's going to take some Life Orb damage here because apparently he is Life Orb Terrakion, which is pretty scary, but now he's at -2, so I'm half anticipating him to want to switch out because Milotic can kill him with Scald, and he's at -2 attacks, so staying in here isn't too advantageous for him, so my opponent's going to swap out here and bring in his Charizard Y again to reset up the Sun, which makes a lot of sense in my personal opinion because you can set up the Sun and just start spamming Solar Beam. So he's going to bring in Charizard Y, and he's going to go for a Psychic here into my Milotic. So it does do a little more damage than I was expecting, but we're able to live. And now we get to go for a Skill Swap. And this is the strat everyone's been asking me to use for like months now, but I've never used it because I thought it was, you know, not too original, but now I have no reason not to use it because I'm using a Christmas theme team. So we're going to Skill Swap Intimidate so we can intimidate our own Milotic. Now the reason why we do this is because we have the competitive ability, which is going to give us +2 special attack. And we're going to activate our Adrenaline Orb, giving us increased speed as well. So now we outpace Charizard, and now we get to go for a +2 Scald. But because it's in the Sun, it's actually able to live because Charizard Y's Drought, you know, has the power of Water-type moves, which kind of stinks. But here, I can actually pivot into my Abomasnow here to reset up the Hail. But instead, I bring in my Chandelure, expecting him to predict that. Okay, this was like a really weird play because I was like, if he goes for Solar Beam here and I protect myself, that's fine. Like, I'm able to guard myself from that. But he expects my Abomasnow here. He can just go for Heat Wave and just knock me out. So I actually expected him to predict me to bring in Abomasnow here. And he does do just that play, so I'm able to absorb that thanks to Flash Fire. Fire, and now I can just go for the Ice Beam here and knock out the Charizard Y. So down goes Charizard Y to the Ice Beam, which means no more weather control from my opponent. And now I get to go, well actually my opponent's able to hit me with the Psychic first, which tells me he's Scarf Oranguru, by the way. He's actually Scarf Oranguru because he outspeed Chandelure after Tailwind wore off, which is pretty funny. So I'm going to Psych up my Milotic here and copy my +2 special attack and +1 speed. We also have Flash Fire active thanks to Heat Wave, so yeah, I could just get to go for a +2 Heat Wave from the sun, and this is going to melt both Terrakion and Oranguru. So yeah, down goes Terrakion and Oranguru, and yeah, Chandelure was able to clutch out this game, but honestly, all thanks to freaking Stantler, Supersonic Sky Striking the Whimsicott, and then Hail knocking him out. So actually, all of my Pokemon in this battle did something, so I'm pretty proud of my team in this battle. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this battle versus Logan Paul. GG to the real Logan Paul. It's obvious he's real, but let's move on to the last battle in this video. Alrighty, my final opponent today has Mewtwo, Shuckle, Reuniclus, and Blissey. So you already know there's going to be some guard swap minimize shit. So this time around, I reveal the last mon I have in this team, Chimecho. And Chimecho is Christmas themed because it's a bell, and like there's bells in every Christmas song, so it's Christmas themed. Okay, so that makes sense. So he's going to lead off with this Shuckle and his Mewtwo, which wasn't what I was expecting. Keep in mind, this isn't the free battle spot ladder, so legendaries are allowed. Just all the opponents I've faced thus far that I've posted against, like I've faced Uber News, but they were all like really bad, so I didn't really post the battles versus them. But this guy actually has a strategy, so I'm gonna go for the Dark Z move turn 1, take some notes from the guy I battled with Z Snatch and Cinnivore, and go for Z Snatch myself with my Chimecho. So Chimecho looks very menacing while going for the Z move. We're gonna go for the Z Snatch here and hope my opponent doesn't go for a setup move here with his Pokemon. So my opponent's going to protect with his Shuckle here, which is kind of surprising to see. I don't know why he did that, because there's no way I could have Oko Shuckle this turn, but I'm going to snatch away my Xurkitree's Tail Glow. And I took off my Xurkitree's Choice Scarf because I felt like if I wasn't using a Mega Sceptile, I do not need the Choice Scarf. So my Xurkitree is holding, I believe, the Eye Poppy Berry, or one of those 50% berries. I forgot which one I gave it, but yeah, I got rid of Choice Scarf in this battle, so we're able to snatch the Tail Glow, and now we're at +2 speed and +2 special attack with my Chimecho. So now he's going to bring in his Blissey here. He sets up Trick Room with Mewtwo, which is kind of surprising. Now he's going to go for a Guard Split into his Blissey, so I'm like, gross! Ew, Blissey with Guard Split, get out of here. So I Thunderbolt the Shuckle, and I just go for Stored Power into the Shuckle and just knock him out. So we're able to knock out Shuckle, but he's able to get off the Guard Split before we knock him out, so that kind of stinks. And now he's going to bring in his Reuniclus, which I wasn't sure what Reuniclus was supposed to do on this team. If it's not setting up Trick Room, I don't know what it's supposed to do. I'm going to go for Snatch again, predicting Minimize, okay? Because I know how these players work, okay? My opponent goes for Skill Swap into his Blissey to give it Magic Guard so it can't get status, but that doesn't matter because he does go for Minimize, but we snatch that shit away. So we're going to snatch away his Minimize, get increased evasion, and now I get to go for Tail Glow myself with Xurkitree because I figured that if he didn't go for Minimize, I get another Snatch off and get +6 with my Chimecho, which is fine with me. My opponent's going to Toxic his own Blissey so I can't status him. He's in Autopilot mode. He doesn't realize that I'm about to destroy this Blissey. He's going to go for a Seismic Toss into my Chimecho as we're able to live because we do have 150 HP. I'm going to go for T-Bolt into the Reuniclus instead just to knock him out because I wasn't risking this thing killing me with like Shadow Ball or something. So down goes Reuniclus, and now we're going to get up and special attack, giving us +4 special attack now. And I can just go for Restored Power, which is I believe 120 base power at +3, which does do around half to Blissey. He's able to live, and he is Toxic, but he has that Magic Guard ability, so he's not going to take damage from that. But we do a really good chunk of damage here. And now he's going to bring in his Mewtwo and activate the pressure, and I want to start with this last turn of Trick Room just to be on the safe side because Mewtwo could potentially kill off my Chimecho, and I want to make sure both my Pokemon are alive for this turn. So my opponent's going to go for the Minimize here. I don't even know why he risked that when I just snatched away his last Minimize, but he did it anyway, so he got the Minimize off the Skillful Minimize. Gonna go for a Discharge here because I still have Discharge on the Xurkitree. Didn't bother changing up his moveset, just gave it a Discharge and Thunderbolt. He's going to live with his Mewtwo, eat his berry, and he's going to eat a citrus berry. Imagine using citrus berries when the 50% berries exist. Jeez, but he's going to Shadow Ball into Chimecho, which made me very glad I protected that turn because I was just not risking me losing Chimecho because Trick Room wears off this turn, so now I guarantee outspeed the Mewtwo. So I can just go for Restored Power here and just knock out the Mewtwo because Mewtwo likely outspeeds my Xurkitree, so I wasn't going to target Blissey, miss, then lose my Chimecho, and then be in a pretty bad position. So I knock out Mewtwo. We're able to connect the Thunderbolt against a +2 Blissey, knock out the Blissey, and we literally just body bagged this guy who's trying to use Guard Split or Guard Swap, whatever it's called, into Minimize eyes Blissey, which just wasn't going to work on me, man. I was ready for you. I had that snatch on deck. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this Christmas video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these Christmas battles. I know they weren't the most competitive in the world, but that's what you should expect that when I'm using a Christmas theme team. But some of my opponents knew what they were doing. Like, they just didn't really expect the unexpected, which kind of screwed them over, like how most of my battles go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this Christmas. I want to call it VGC, but it's not really VGC because it's not like on the official VGC ladder. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas doubles theme team video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave me a like. I very much appreciate it. But yeah, the question of the day is going to be, what did you guys do over the holidays? What did you get on the holidays? What did you buy other people for the holidays? Let me know in the comments down below how your Christmas went this year, or what are you doing this Christmas? I mean, it depends when you're watching this video, because I'm uploading this in the morning, or that's my plan. So some of you guys probably haven't even started Christmas yet, but it depends on your time zone and when you're watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below what your plans are for Christmas and what you did for Christmas, or if you're not celebrating Christmas, just, you know, say hi and be like, what's up? I'm cool. But yeah, this year I'm going to my grandma's house for dinner, and I have no other plans besides that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But my grandma makes some bomb-ass food, so I'm looking forward to that. But that's my plans for this Christmas. I got a few presents here and there, but I'm not made of money, so I didn't really get all that much. But I don't really have much to say because Christmas hasn't happened yet. So for me, I'm narrating this on Christmas Eve. It's currently freaking 12:30 in the morning. I really should probably get this video done ASAP so I actually get some sleep tonight. But this is what I do for you guys. I sacrifice sleep so I can get content out to you guys. So be grateful. This is your Christmas present from me to you this year. But yeah, that's going to be the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I love you all very, very much. I hope you guys have a great holidays to all you guys who celebrate it. If you don't, I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll check you guys in my next video. Bye.